Welcome everybody. And so this is a Athenor that is getting ready to blow this asteroid. And if you've never seen this before, you're gonna get to see it today. I'm gonna do this in just a couple of minutes. So
you, sir, rock.
We'll record it too. And hey, Rollers, thanks for the host. And so anyway, let me put into fleet. If you want into fleet, X up in the channel Moon Miners. You can get in on the fleet, and then we will get you in fleet here. I've posted in fleet where we're at. This is another one of my moons. Tips will be welcome. Thank you to those who tipped yesterday. And so also, if you want to get out at the rock whenever it blows, you can. It will not hurt anything. So this is Athenor view. This is a view from the station, and as you can see, it looks like, you know, a normal like spaceship type of setup here, except this is actually station control, and you can see that this station is armed, and so it can fight back if there is need to, but it can't fight back against the bumpers, and I'm sure that we're going to have some today. So yeah, I'm sure that we'll end up with some today. When you join the fleet, if you would hop into one of the squad leader positions and help out with inviting people in, that would be great. When they X up, you can invite them in, unless they're like red flashy, blah blah blah, you know, that kind of stuff. I should sell mining permits. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. So we'll give it about 10 minutes, and then we'll blow this. Give people a little bit of a chance to get here. I can see that most everybody who's here is part of our fleet in local. This, I believe, is a this one's over 1 billion. So this is going to have 472 million worth of Arcanor, 296 million worth of Nice, 119 million worth of Ocre, and 133 million worth of Bitlumens. So it is ready to fracture it right now, but we're going to wait a few minutes, get a few more people in, and everyone's welcome to join us. The only thing I ask for is a tip to the corporation for for the ore, depending on how much you mine. So that's all I ask. Otherwise, it's free. Zernia, thank you for following. Welcome. And Geldmer, thank you so much for the 100 bits. All right, let's get this party started. 100 gold to everybody here in Geldmer's honor. Is it too early for whiskey? Exclamation point whiskey in Twitch chat. And everybody now is enough for a whiskey, and we'll add one more buck to the stream machine, which we are building on Wednesday. Wednesday, live on the show, we are building it here. Now, I also want to say, normally, there's giveaways on the show, and today there's not. So my father, who is moving in with me, I've invited him. He's in his late 70s, and I've invited him to come and live with my family. And well, he is family. And anyway, he was supposed to be here in 2 weeks, and I found out yesterday he's arriving this morning. So we had some panic cleaning to do last night and other stuff. We're going to get him on the show. Not today, but yes, we will get him on the show, most definitely. He's a great guy. And so anyway, I decided not to do a giveaway today. 2 reasons. One is he could show up at any minute. I don't know when. He could show up in 5 minutes. I guarantee you we will at least blow this on the show before the show ends. But when he shows up, the show's going to be over, and so no giveaways today, because that really could be in a few minutes or in several hours. I don't know. And then there is a giveaway on the store. It should only be, though, the monthly. It should only be the monthly. Let's see here. Yes. So you can get in on the monthly. We're just not drawing on this one today. If you haven't gotten in on that one, you'll want to get in on it, because 4 winners of 3 months Omega Time. And the Omega Time's still on sale in our store. But anyway, on shows tomorrow, and continuing on, should be normal. But him just arriving today, I haven't seen him since Christmas. So, I want to see what's up. Spend some time with my paw. So, anyway, all right. So that's the plan, and so we got a few more people wanting in fleet. By the way, I am working up toward, I kid you not, I am working up toward Saturday mining for us, to where we have moons that are worth 6 billion. So, yeah, this cam can't be bumped. So, anyway, all right, final call to get out there to the moon rock if you want to be out there when it blows. Otherwise, just a couple minutes here, we're going to blow it. And and then mind to your heart's content. The only thing I ask is that, well, 2 things. 1, be kind and tip. It does cost money to run this facility and everything. This facility here represents many billions of investment, around 4 billion. And then it does cost fuel as well. So any tips are appreciated. I request that you send the tips to the Corp, and the Corp is listed on the station. So, and then when the rocks are up, we will, don't get on the same rock as somebody else. If you find that you're on the same rock as somebody else, move to a different one. And that way people don't have to micromanage their guys as much. And so Fanto, I'm going to blow it. So this is one of my moons. And so anyway, I am going to blow this one. And yeah, there's over 1 billion here. We're all gonna profit today, for sure. Uh-oh, my drink is empty. I better go get more. I'm gonna go get more. Come back, like 2 more minutes, and we're gonna blow this puppy. Here, let me put this on a different view here, and let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah. hear the heartbeat of it. Be right back. Hey, let's see here. I gotta do one more thing. I gotta pull up my camera at the front of the house. I'm not gonna show it on the show. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I could, but I don't know if it shows my address and stuff. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so here's my front door, and so I'm just going to be keeping an eye out. My dad arriving. I don't know what time he's arriving. So, anyway. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? And so, let me change view up here just a little bit. Let's see here. There, that looks pretty good. I don't know. Does anybody know how to capture this and turn it into a GIF or something like that? I think that would be interesting. This darn camera stuff. All right. That's probably good. All right, you guys ready? I started in here. right. So there's another view of it. Now, next phase here, I'm going to I'm going to set this one for, let's see here. All right, 1.5 billion on the next extraction. Okay, you guys ready to see this now? This is cool too. There we go. We're pulling the next chunk. Sweet. All right. So it's a 20-day pull now that we're doing. And all right. Pretty cool, huh? Just ruined someone's picnic. If they were picnicking on the moon, they may have been at the wrong spot. All right, so can get mining. Here we go.
You, sir, rock.
Okay, and we've got everybody in fleet that wanted to be in. And do hop into one of the squad leader positions, if you would, so you can help invite people in. He's going. Let's get this next one going. So I have 8 guys that'll be mining out here. Next one going here. So my guys have been doing pretty good on their stuff. felt like mining has worked out well. So I have 7 ships on the field here. I'll have 8 shortly. My one blew up the rock. I'll have to get him out there. So, as usual, we could end up with hostels that are not, that we didn't invite. Smaller ships, got to be wary of them. Although Ursula tanked that attack yesterday like a champ. That was pretty funny. They attacked a skiff, which was dumb. Very dumb. Oh, Bogey King. 42 months. Yeah. I think we're going to work up the public ones to every other week until they're at 54-week cycles. I think. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I gotta figure it out. I gotta do the math on it. There's math involved. Maybe it's too early on a Sunday morning for math. Which one was that? Them. Not them. There we go. Okay. I got a couple on the side here too. Them up and running. Oh, and Bogey King, then we're going to hook everybody up. Bogey King, 42 months as a sub. So. Okay, last one to get going here. Okay, they are all on the ore there. This is good. See how long it takes them to return, get up here. That's why you want to be close to your stuff. So now hey, Bogey King, 42 months as a sub. That is definitely like 3 years. And that is 1,260 gold to everybody here. That's a lot. In honor of Bogey King. So let's say here that that's 12 whiskeys and 6 dancers for everybody. Early Sunday morning. Thank you, Bogey King, for the support. Yes. Oh my. Hey. So, I gotta go get my orca. I gotta find where it is. So, I have started mapping out systems based on moon value. And so, going to be making sure that we're condensed on the moons, and we're condensed on the moons or in the systems as possible before branching out to other ones. I'm spread across 4 systems right now. I'm gonna focus on one, then the other, then the other. So
drive active.
this is my nester that is great for beating up asshats. It's quick lock, real long range control, and it's good for if we have people trying to loot our cans or do other stuff. So it can tank a hell of a lot too. It's a great ship.
Docking request accepted.
Okay. Shall get into my orca, and then he'll get out there mining too. Make sure he doesn't have anything on board. Nope. All right, and so for those of you who are just joining too, did I disable alerts? No. Sometimes they take a minute to come through. So I just want to remind everybody that my father is unexpectedly arriving today. He's supposed to arrive in 2 weeks. And he's unexpectedly arriving today. So when he arrives, I'm cutting the show short. And I don't know when that's going to be. Could be 5 minutes from now. Could be a few hours. Just said he was arriving this morning. And I only found out about it yesterday. That's okay though. Didn't want to get a large refinery? Well, we will have some other refining stuff here in the future. But it's all an economy of scale, let's say. You know, baby steps before you start running. And because when you go from a medium to a large facility, the large facility is, basically 10 times as much as a medium, and it will get you just a little bit more stuff, but yeah. It's not. I don't know that we can afford it because Athenor, 800 million, Tatara, 8 billion.
Warp drive active.
He's mined 3 million worth, 1.6, 2.5. What? That rock is empty already? Holy cow, do I feel gypped. Wow. That's a little surprising. I didn't scan them before I started mining them. My goodness. It's too far away, but it said that I could target it. That's kind of weird. Okay, I'll start slow boating to it. Somehow I moved away from it, moving toward it. Very weird. Alright, let's get him on something here. That's not the same one that my other character's going after. Yeah, that's why survey scan, but doesn't matter. We're just going to mine it all. That's kind of the way I look at it. Wow, this guy is slow. This is why you want as long a range of targeting and drone control range as possible. So you can just get them on, tell them to go. She only got 1.2 million out of that rock. That was just a really light rock there. Refinery is a medium, but our refinery is at 50%. So, because we didn't put the T2 rigs in it. So, I may put our next refinery with a T2 rig for refining, and then we just do all of our refining there until we can put in a Tatara somewhere, and then that'll be T2 rig on that. That'll be 55% base, I believe.
Welcome to the Dragons.
It Viking, thank you for following. Welcome. All right, there we go. Now I can target. Now, can I send my drones? All right. She is mining again. He's still on. That one's on. This one over here is on. All right. Very good. Yeah, like a 1% tax. So, is it worth the 8 billion? Is it that much better? It's a long-term investment on that one, you know. So, yeah, that one would definitely be a long-term investment. Hey, I think everything's going good. $32 in fleet. All right, this is where you can sit back, take a nap, wait for you know, some alert to go off. So, Arcsiver says more like 40 billion for T2 rigs and a Tataria for all ores and ice reprocessing. Yeah, we would probably only do ore. Probably wouldn't do ice. We're not close enough. It won't be placed close enough to any ice belts to benefit on that. I'll just pay and get a little bit less someplace else, or something like that. That's my thought. So tomorrow on the show, we're going to do some more Abyss. See if we can finish that event. And I'll put a scout out this time for that. We're not going to be doing the tier 4s though. But I will take a couple of my characters here who can do tier 1s just fine. I have a ship that I'll hand off to several of them, and they can get their first rewards. So, have I had any experience in Solitude? Yes. I have run a mining fleet in Solitude before, in HiSec, but I found it too hard to get my shit to market because of that HiSec island has so many jumps through null, and so yeah. Oh, Gillum says, I wish there was a notification for drone mining like there is with normal mining. The asteroid is depleted. Notice what happened. That would be very helpful. Oh, yeah. I agree. I think that that would be helpful. But alas, there is none. Yeah, I just I tend to check on them every little bit, and when they're off of the stuff, I just put them on to the next one. And when it's your own moon and you're the only one there, or whatnot, it's not quite the same. You're not in a rush to get everything before everybody else does. type of thing. So I'm a mining mogul now. Well, it's turning out that way. So here's part of my plans. Wednesday, we're gonna be building the new machine. The new machine's 32 cores, and is I really hate that noise. I mean, these rats don't bother me, except for their noise. It bothers me. I don't even know who they're attacking. They're somewhere near somebody. One of my guys making all that racket. Back out from your guys. They don't make as much noise. Thank you to whoever blew them up. So Wednesday we're going to build that new machine. One of the things that I'm going to try with it is running my 4K monitors at 4K on the show, and it should allow me to show, with this new setup, I'll be able to show all three of those monitors simultaneously. I should be able to show 12 clients on there, and so maybe we get up to 12. I probably am not going to go over 12 Omega accounts. Hello, Sirion. So no giveaways today. There is the monthly you can get in on, but if you already got in on that, and there's no giveaways today because I don't know when the show is ending. It could end at any time. So because my father is arriving this morning, and I don't know when. He's just gonna show up, and I'm gonna be like, and I haven't seen him since Christmas, so he's moving in, and so it'll be interesting. Anyway, I'm not gonna try and continue the show with him just arriving. I'll want to see him, of course. I would be highly distracted. Yes, today's giveaway is brought to you by Nice, Arcanor, and Okri, and some bit lumens. So, I also I counted wrong on my giveaway stuff, and I actually missed a day on what we allocated for the giveaways. I was short by one day, so by not doing it today, we'll still have giveaways tomorrow and Tuesday. So it'll all be good. It'll all be good. And the number 7, right? And the number 100 bits. Yes, Mr. Blue Monkey. Thank you for those 100 bits. There's a whiskey for everybody, and as a gift from Mr. Blue Monkey. We'll add another $1 to the stream machine, putting us to $29.90. So Wednesday, we build it. I've got all the parts here, even though I haven't completely met the goal on that yet. I've got all the parts here. We're building it. So, yep. And so, I'm looking forward to the new machine stuff set up. I hope it works out right, works out well. We're going to find out, and I'm going to build it live on the show. So you'll all be able to see it live on the show. Got everything worked out to do that. So, who won the apocalypse? You know what? Let's see here. Yeah, it's XG Flash. XG Flash. So, XG Flash, if you're here, check your email. We are waiting to hear your confirmation of your shipping address to ship you that ship. So, yes, we're waiting for that. Yep. And so, I also am going to be able to show you what a triple screen setup looks like and everything live on the show with this new setup. I'm going to be able to show all three of these monitors at once. You guys are just going to look at this and go, holy cow. So it's going to be fun. It's going to require a lot of setup of my show templates and everything. It'll be interesting, but I've got a 1300 watt power supply, and then I've got this bad boy right here. Let's see, can you see it there? There we go. That bad boy right there, 32 core. And we've got this right here. This box actually weighs about 10 pounds. This is the motherboard. So this one, special one. It's just released, and I had to wait for it a little bit. That's why we didn't build like 2 weeks ago. I had to wait for it a little bit. So, well, that processor being so large, it's 32 cores. So, yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a reason for that. Okay, so nice and quiet mining this morning, Sunday morning. All of the troublemakers probably still sleeping, hangover, you know, that kind of stuff. So he's at 7.5 million. Nice. 6 million. 7 million. She's at 2.7. She is still flying to that rock. This is what distance does to you, folks. All that travel time of your drones. Yeah. Kills your productivity. She would have been 6 or 7 by now. 6.6. And the guys on the side, 6.2. And what? 4.5. Hey, who is this? Oh, we got our neighbors are here mining with us, and they brought coveters. And they're mining the same rocks that I am. They're all the way up here. I'm not going to complain. This one is a public facility. On our private ones, though, we will be asking people nicely to leave. Those are what fund all of the other stuff. It would be nice to get a bunch of public ones that are huge pulls, but we got to make them pay for themselves. We got to cover the costs, you know. So, yeah, if you deploy an MTU and you're in fleet with other people, you will pick up their stuff. Oh. We've got a good name for the new PC. The Roracle. Huh. You know, that is an industry machine. That is, big powerhouse of productivity, the Oracle is. Total Arcadia, I think that's a perfect name for it. So, yeah, no, I think Roracle is a great name for it. Yeah. Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't get tackled by a hostile fleet. Right? Oh my goodness. So, in local, I think they're watching. I think these guys up here are watching. They said in local, sorry for crossing streams. Need to recover losses from ninja miners this week. You're welcome to be here, buddy. You don't need to cross streams. There's plenty of rocks here, but I get you. Yeah. Yep. It's all good. So, yes, and we have done some ninja mining. Now, I would hope that when we were out there doing ninja mining on their stuff, that we actually gave something to some tips to the station owner. I would hope, to the corp. So this person says lost $4 billion this week to ninja miners and got $5 million in donations. Yeah, so that actually doesn't surprise me, and so yeah, I recommend that you put something in your station bio about who to send donations to, and just remind people when you see them. Because you can't stop them. And which I'm sure you're very aware of this. You can't stop them. You can hassle them, whatnot, but that lowers your productivity, actually. And so, yeah. Tamara, do you want in fleet? You can join us if you want, or you got your own fleet. Already in a fleet. Yeah, you can't stop them, so you got to be creative. And like this one says tips welcome on it. And I will be changing our private stations to list our public ones and say where, where the public ones are. And I am committed to doing public ones. And but it's also a fact that we are out mining everything, and so yeah, it's kind of the way it's going to be up here, and I kind of it feels a little insensitive saying that, but at the same time, because of the show and because of all the people we've got up here and everything, it's going to be an issue in this area. It just is. It's just going to be an issue in this area. And I hate to say move operations someplace else if you don't like it, but that would be the answer. And I'm not trying to force anyone out, though. It's just, it's hard to 100% coexist. I don't know how to do it. And I have not figured out how to 100% pay for our stuff either, other than I have to be aggressive on mining my own stuff. And so, yeah, when we find the right answer, I'll share it. Yeah, I can move to nullsec, right? how much ice do I need for to fuel everything for the month? So, I need, so our stations that offer refining, they're taking, I think, 280 blocks per hour. If I remember right, they're at about 8 million a day in cost. And then we're at about 3 million per day in cost in the other smaller ones that are not offering refining. So, it does get, expensive, but at the same time, if everybody tipped 10%, that would cover fuel. Hey, Ray Romanenko. Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but anyhow, thanks for doing the stream. I have decent level characters that are 10 years of skills. Wow. And he donated $10 on YouTube. So thank you very much for that. Oh, that puts us at an even $3,000 on the stream machine. So thank you very much. And so, Mr. Ray, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, anyway, yeah, I haven't figured out how to do all this, but we're working on it, and so, and there's some methods that I think are good on stuff, which instead of, for ones that you want to keep private, you want to keep the polls as small as possible, like 7-day polls, and so you keep them smaller, and they're less likely to be noticed. If you do really big ones, you're doing like a couple months, and then you have like 5 or 6 billion worth of stuff sitting out there. Word starts to get around that there's a big field and everything, and everybody starts coming. So that I think for the private stuff, yeah, needs to be that way. Just reactivated your character, Ohio. Welcome back. Mr. Ray, 10 years of skills. It's a lot. So, my highest skilled character, I think, is about 170 million.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Okay, that rock is gone. One of them that's off to the side. And Subdued, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I surpassed you on skill points then? Yeah, I can't log him in right now to look, but he was 167 million last time I looked, I think. He's the one that has planetary interaction skills. Yeah. So I've mined enough that I've covered fuel, but of course it still needs to be profit. We have to pay off this capital investment, So at minimum, you're about 1.2 billion with initial fueling on Athenors, and that's with no defenses. You add defenses, and you're up at about 3.8 billion. Are there modules or rigs for increasing ore hold capacity? No. Are we a mining corp? Well, no, but we're a group that does mining. You need to do something with the characters you have there, Ray. Well, you probably have a lot of opportunity. So, Athenors can take any of the 4 types of fuel. And so, I have been mining some ice and everything, and I probably have some that are done cooking. Let's see here. Yes, the PI stuff would help a lot for the fuel stuff. So here I'm making some fuel blocks and job active, so I can't really look at it too much. 8,800 fuel blocks. I think this will last about 2 months on Athenor that's not rigged for other stuff. That's just a miner, a disposable miner. The ones that are worth about $1 billion are just disposable. What cooling do I have? I have an air cooler for the Threadripper on that question. But it should be enough. I have one that's certified for it, but we're gonna find out. If I have to, I'll get water cooling, but I would rather have air cooling than water cooling. I'm just leery. I've done some water cooling stuff in the past, and it really bothers me that they could leak. So alright, so got those done. Let's see here. I've got these fuel block stuff. I can get them on their time efficiency now. And the reason to train up multiple is so that if I need to produce a bunch of stuff quicker, I can run multiple job lines. So I'm training time efficiency now. I trained material efficiency first. I always train material efficiency first. Oh, I should have done one of these station container ones in there. Now I've locked it up for 3 days again. Gosh darn it. I wanted to get one of these station warehouse containers going. I got one of my stations here. I have, I don't know, a frickin' 700 or 800 items sitting in the item bay, and it causes load issues. I need to put some stuff together. So Bubble, I got you into Eve originally. Now you're getting back into the game. All right. Watched on YouTube. Yep. Welcome back. You cannot open multiple characters in one account. You can only have one character per account online at any given time, and they need to be Omega. Can't do Alpha. So check on my other guys here. Oh.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Alright. That looks pretty close. Start going for the Arcanor. Bubble Remix, thank you for the follow. Favorite guy's built a PC in a beer fridge. When you guys see this computer case, you're going to be like, holy cow. It is, I have to use a hand truck to move it around. It's extremely heavy. I mean, I can carry it, but really, I have to use a hand truck. And I will be one of the first things we do when we tear it down will be to take it outside and blow it out. So, and I'll end up using a hand truck to do
You,
that.
sir, rock.
So, and I think I've got everything as it needs to be to live broadcast it all. So we're going to do that Wednesday. Drew, your comment there will get you banned in the game. I would remove that. So let me just say that CCP's stance is that you, if you're playing an alpha account, it's the only account that you're logged into at the time, and that you're not logged in even on another alpha account on another computer or anything. So I'll leave it at that. All right, so Bubble Remix also subbed. Thank you so much for the support, for supporting the show. Let me hook you up. Here is 1,000 gold for you, Bubble Remix. Spend it however you want. Dungeon raids, dancers, or the Space Prince. And then another 10 gold to everybody here. Dancers for everybody. In honor of Bubble Remix. Subbing to the channel. So thank you.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Hey, Drew, I removed that comment for you. You may not have known. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that. Tylerable, thank you for following. Welcome. All right, I think I need to adjust the AC possibly. See what everybody's doing here. Everybody's happy mining. Oh, except for him. Morning, MK1. Okay. I'm stepping away for a moment. Gotta adjust the AC. Maybe get another drink. Be right back. Welcome back. Ended up with a honeydew out there. Yeah. Cat's out of food. Wife couldn't get the new container cat food open. I actually had a hard time too. I had to go get a screwdriver. It's kind of weird. My other ones here. All right, they're still on. So, nice quiet morning mining. So I started working up a bookmark system based on moon value as opposed to where there's Athenors. And I'm halfway through building up my first system. So I'll do all the systems out here, and then what I'll be doing is checking periodically to see whether or not there's Athenors at them. Because if there's not, then I'll be placing stuff out there. And Mr. Ray just sent in another $10 on YouTube. Woohoo! May you reach 4K. Looking forward to watching you, learning from you. All right. Yes. Well, thank you for another $10. We're gonna add another $10 to the stream machine. I appreciate it, and that came in on YouTube. And so it puts us up to 3010. And we don't need to reach 4K, but just this right here, and then we'll put up a new goal. And I haven't decided yet what the new goal should be. And so I haven't decided yet what the new goal is. You know, I like to do the goals for those donations toward things that are good for the show, like the subs and stuff. I put those toward the kind of the maintenance stuff and everything. But the actual donations, Markee Dragon theme song, yeah. This is in high sec. So, one of the things that I really enjoy is doing some different camera views and everything. Like we have that's a live view of the backyard. We've talked about being able to see around, have a camera that can move all around. I don't know how I would get it up on the roof. I'd love to put a dome camera up there. On Wednesday, we'll have a mobile camera, which I think is going to work pretty good. I don't know. I always like to put it toward, you know, good stuff for the show that'll improve the quality for you guys. So, whiskey doesn't necessarily improve the quality of the show, but it does improve my quality of life. Can mount it on a post. A drone. Oh my goodness. A very long selfie stick. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'd, I think that in actuality that, we can have. Well, I have to get power up to the camera too. Although, so we have like a few Ring cameras around the house, and they're all solar. I never have to power them. But I don't know that one could stay live for the whole show every day. And yeah, and have a motor to move it around. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get through this. What camera do I use for light cam? It's actually a security camera. It's a professional security camera, and it's tied into the network. I did have to make a Wi-Fi bridge for it because I didn't have network connection out there that way. Mounted on my cat. Yeah. So, and this is an actual security camera, but I got it. It does 1080p. Oh, thank you. It does 1080p and it has good night vision too. Yeah, thank you, Miss Dragon. She got me to help her with something out there, and I left my cold drink that I went out there for. So if I get 20 million out of each one of these field today, I'll be happy. I think I'll hit that, no problem. I set this one up for a 3-week poll. It'll be 1.5 billion, the next one. So. They look like a bunch of ants. Yeah, so the next time we mine this one, it'll be 1.5 billion, but it'll be 3 weeks from now. So how much drone skills do you need for an orca? It's pretty minimal to get into for the drone skills to get started. But the drone skills do make up a very good percentage of how much you haul and everything. So there's definitely something to be said about that. I will be putting up a guide. I haven't done it yet, and I was supposed to do it a couple days ago, and now I gotta, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna do it today, and then now my dad's showing up unexpected all of a sudden today. So he wasn't supposed to be here for 2 weeks, and yesterday I found out he's arriving this morning. So as soon as he gets here, show's over. And even though I had a longer show planned, and so we'll be, maybe tomorrow we can get it done. I hope. I got shows scheduled. God, have you guys seen the schedule? So I've been like, I don't know. When was my last off day? Tuesday? And I've got shows scheduled all the way through September 8th. And then, and I got to put the schedule out further after that. Yeah. So, schedule actually is not done up further than that. Yes, T2, jumping to T2 drones really boosts your yield. And then also drone interfacing 10% per level on your yield. That's an enormous amount. So we're going to build a new monster on Wednesday, and I will live stream that. And hopefully we will finish it Wednesday. We're going to find out. I don't really know, but that's the plan. And so yeah. So hopefully Wednesday we're going to build it. I've got it all set up. I'm going to be able to film it all with my phone. Now it may sound crazy like your phone. This phone is special. It's a, God, I hate this song. There, it's removed from my playlist. Holy cow. Damn thing. So, it's a Google Pixel XL2, and it has its own image processor. It has an A6 chip in it it's actually a programmable A6 chip that has its own image processor. It's the first phone to really do that. There is a red phone coming out, I think about to come out, that is going to do something similar. But they put the red phone puts their money into glass, meaning into the camera, whereas the Google one puts it into this processor. And it does amazing on how the camera looks. I mean, it is so amazing. I have thought about replacing my big camera here with this one and just use my cell phone as my camera all the time. And that may sound kind of crazy, but it's really that good, and it does excellent in low light, and the colors are just really great on it. I'm really just so happy with it. This was a $1,000 phone. So kind of crazy on the price, but I'm really happy with it. And so anyway, we're going to be using that, and then I have some lights that we'll be using. Cell phones overheat if you film too long with them. Can we attach a fan to it? Cooler. So I've done a half hour on them before. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I overheat. I hope that's not the case. We'll see. Yeah, I hope that's not the case. So, the DSLR cameras had that problem at first too, when you're using them for filming. Yes, a whole phone heat sink. Yeah, so here, we can put fins up on here, and they'll carry it around like a brick. Yeah. So, anyway, we're gonna use that, and we'll see how it works. I mean, if it doesn't work out, my backup plan is that I will broadcast off of my laptop. And so my laptop, I have an HDMI connector in via an external HDMI USB 3 capture card, and so we can put a pro camera on it if we want, and a webcam. And then I have these special lights. These are like as seen on TV crap, and they have magnets on the back, and we'll be able to put those inside the case or anywhere and give plenty of light. So, do I think the EVE player base will eventually move to Star Citizen when it gets good enough? No, I do not. Because EVE is sandbox, Star Citizen is theme park. Very different type of game. It's like saying, you know, WoW is going to kill EVE if WoW was a space game. It's not. But WoW is theme park. And yeah, EVE is sandbox. So I don't think that there's anything that can knock EVE off its throne. Not on the horizon. So there's nothing that I see on the horizon that can knock it off its throne. The biggest competitor might be Dark Universe. So is that what it's called? Shit, all of a sudden I don't remember. No, what's that other game called? It's DU. Why all of a sudden can I not... Dual Universe. Thank you. Thank you. So, Dual Universe here is something that I am involved with. It is sandbox. Consider it to be Minecraft and EVE. So you build your ships and everything. It's very interesting. So anyway, I am involved with them. I've been in discussions with them since the start. I am an hour one backer on their Kickstarter, or was it Indiegogo? I don't remember. And so we will be seeing some of this in the future. So yeah, but it won't have the same looking graphics as EVE. EVE, the complexity and the depth of it is so deep that that's going to be very hard to compete with. I don't know how the social aspects will be in the game. That's a huge part of why EVE is still around. And I don't know how the economy will be. They're a mid-sized development company. They're not just a couple guys in the basement. They're not a behemoth like, you know, World of Warcraft or anything as well. So, yeah. Anyway, I've been talking with them, and I really like their vision. And if things go well, we'll be business partner with them and do some stuff with them. But will it replace EVE? I do not think so. I do not think so. No. Yeah, I don't think you can replace EVE. I think you can put some elements of EVE in other games and have them be good. I don't think you can replace EVE though. There are some Eve programmers on the Dual Universe team. Yeah. To say nothing will replace WoW. God, WoW, I keep thinking is at its end. There'll be something that'll come along that'll be a game changer. We looked at Legends of Aria. Yeah, it's just not quite for me. So I like the guys. I know the creators of it, of Legends of Aria and stuff. You know, I have a spot in my heart for those guys, but it's not quite my game. Yeah. God, look at all those people on that one. I think things are getting mined up here. Oh. Is that available? Nope. Trying not to double up on anybody. All right. That one's not being mined by anybody. Chronicles of Valyria. Yeah, I've looked at that a little bit too. So yeah, you know, there is a lot of good games out there that I'd really like to be involved with. It's part of it, since I make my living doing this stuff. There's some games out there that I would love to play, but I don't, because I don't have any sort of business relationship with them. And it's how I make my living. If I didn't make my living this way, then it would be different, possibly. Or it could even be a little bit different if, you know, the show is like 10 times as popular as it is, or whatever. I like having good viewership numbers, but it's not the main thing that I strive for. There are other things that are important. Okay, so I already know that because of what time the other moon pops today that I have, that it won't be on the show. Just with my father showing up any time now this morning. Now, where you should reassign flies Mackinac right now. Well, if you want the easy, Mr. Ray, look in the description for the link for the fits. You can get a fit for the Orca. Work on that. It's a lazy man's miner, but you can mine while doing other things, especially if you have multiple accounts. And you know, Mackinac, you say you have skills in that right now. Well, Mackinac will mine quicker, but also it has more risk, and it has, you know, it's a lot more needy, needs to be touched a lot more often to unload and everything. Whereas in Orca, you get on good stuff, and you can sit for as long as an hour and a half on a single rock without having to touch them. So. Yeah, and I wouldn't necessarily reassign stuff either. I would just keep the skills you have, and and just start adding to it or complementing instead of like extracting them and putting them back in again. You take a big loss doing that, and it gives you a little short burst, but you also could just make some money in game and just buy some skill injectors too. So I'm hoping to get these guys all over 20 million each. I'll feel good about it if they all get over 20 million each. So that'd be 160 million for the morning so far. A couple of them are approaching 20 million. One of them's over 20 million. One on the side. She's got really good skills. Pin City, thank you for following. Welcome. Yeah, community is one of the biggest factors in these games. 100%. 100%. Yeah, you can start skilling into an orca. So the basic fit or the fit that I use is on our website at markeedragon.com, and so you can get that fit there and start working toward that. Most characters are about 10 to 20 days to skill into an orca at its basic level, and then I will be, okay, I promise you guys, before we do the rebuild, I will get the article up on the skill plan for getting into one of those orcas and the order in which you do the skills. So it's not going to happen today. I'm just going to commit to it that I'm going to make it happen tomorrow unless everything blows up. We'll make that happen tomorrow. And then you'll know what skills are important in which order. So you get the maximum, mining abilities in the right order, so that your harvest is greater in a shorter period of time. Basically, the low-hanging fruit. The Tamra guy is greedy and rude. Yeah, we talked to Tamra here. Tamra doesn't mind being a little bit greedy and rude because we ninja mined 4 billion of their ore, and so they're from local. I give them a pass. I can't deny, and they got 5 million in donations. Yeah. So, the Evil Nugget, thank you for following. Welcome. So, Ocelot, no giveaway today. But it's not your problem. Well, you are correct, Brian. But I'm sure that it was our group that did it. So, yeah. What other ninja fleet is there around here? So, no. Yeah, you were not personally here, I know. So, yeah, that is one thing, Tamara. The friendly thing to do is to work on rocks that other people are not already on. That is the rude part. So, that is one request we have. Hello, Mac. So it wastes other people's time. So, yep. All right, this guy's over 20 million. Oh, this guy's 19.6. See, like this right here. So, yeah. In fact, that's him right there. You just took the rock right out from the person that was complaining.
Welcome to the Dragons.
See? Yeah. Yeah, we ask to not double up on rocks until there's none available left. Yes, nothing stops station owners from mining other people's moons either, and that's exactly what he's doing. So, we've mined on his, he's here mining on ours. But, yeah. So, and when we come into other fields, we ask people to do that to not mine on the same rocks. Don't want to waste your time too. But I know there's a strife about this, and I don't have an answer for it other than people don't mine. But that's not going to work. Suddenly nothing. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, we ask people to tip and stuff, but that doesn't work so well. I mean, yeah, some people get tip and stuff. Others don't. Mr. Ray, well, there is no walking around anymore in station. That's gone since you were away. How do you tip a corp? So, you can see the station right there. You just right click on it, show info. Here's the corp. It's corporation information. And then you can click the little hamburger up here and give money, and you can send them a tip. So that's how you do it. How long will this particular Athenor be up? Well, I don't know. Till I'm done using it. I just scheduled it on another 3-week poll. And so this one will have 1.5 billion worth of stuff in 3 weeks. Looks like someone gave me a tip of 10 million. All right, thanks. I don't know. Let's see. Can I see the corporate stuff from here too? Probably. Another person, 200,000. So We had some yesterday, which is nice. It's not a moneymaker. The tips. Tip like 10%. So there's no giveaway today. It's because the show's going to end earlier than expected. And my father's showing up this morning 2 weeks early. He was supposed to be here in 2 weeks. And last night I found out he's going to be here this morning. So, yeah, that changes things for me today. What's the corp name? Oh, well, Moose Army is one of the corps that I'm in. That is our null corp. The stuff that we're doing here is all high sec. And we are corpless. You really don't want your miners in high sec in a corp. You want them to be in an NPC corp because of war decks. And so I'm constantly having to watch for war decks if I have any characters that are miners that are in the corp. And so 99% of my guys are not, they're in an NPC corp. But we work together as a team on a lot of stuff, and then we have different people that have put up moons out here, which you have to be in a corp to put up a moon, so they're doing that with alts, typically. And so we are doing that, and we tend to share the moons out here. And we kind of roam around and mine everything that's available. One of the things that's happened from that, though, too, on the flip side, is that some of the station owners have gotten discouraged, I'll say. They haven't told me this, but some of them have quit, restarting their systems to pull the next load. And, because we mine all this stuff. If they're not there, especially, it just goes. The fleet sizes that we have, it lasts about 2 hours for a 6-day pull, and so we end up mining all of that, and that's discouraging for them, I'm sure. And that's part of how we've been trying to figure out how do we fund all of this and everything. And so, we're all making good money. There's a lot of people out here who don't have a moon. They don't have an investment in. They just come out here and mine and don't tip anybody. And you can't stop that from happening. So, we've not figured out a holistic, total solution. And then Tamara mines the rock out from under me again. Just a little bit rude. But I'm sure Tamara figures that we're all rude. Going and mining their stuff. Just have to figure out how to coexist with it and deal with it. Are we taking in casual miners? Sure. Moon Miners is the group in game. Can hop into there. orca on there, but not mining it. I think my overview is suffering here a little bit. I don't know what's going on with this one, but nobody's mining that one, so that's where I'm going. Yeah, I don't want to get into blowing up all the stations out here either, and try and take them over. Any of them that are out here that are not mining, at some point after I get done with my survey of what moons are worth it, if we have inactive on there, then if we have inactive Athenors on there, then probably make them offers to buy them. And yeah, it's really last resort to war deck them and take them out. But if they're inactive, that's how you deal with it eventually. So yeah, that's how you deal with it eventually, is to war deck them and then blow it up and then put your own station in there. Takes some time. I've never done that to anyone before, but it would be possible. I know how to do that. I prefer to just buy the station from them if they're not mining with it. So, and I did already do that with one station. So they're mining again. Yep, so there's other ways to deal with it, get all aggressive and stuff, but I don't know. I really feel like that's last resort. The other thing you can do is be oh, hey, Alton Baelish is me. It's just, I'm just picking what looks like the next available moon and going to it. So, not trying to double up on you there, buddy. Why are we out here not mining anything? Most everything's being mined now. That one's not, huh? Alright. So, yes. There's some other tactics to do, which is keep your moons private, have them go off at times when there's not as many people around. If you're able to mine during the day, on a weekday, do that instead of on a weekend. A weekend, you'll find many more miners out at your moons. And keep the poles small so that you are it's better to do, instead of doing like a 2-week pull on a station, why not have 2 stations doing 1-week pulls and have them go off on the same day, several hours apart, and you'll be able to manage with less people showing up. So the other thing too is that you can get, instead of doing like this kind of laid back way of mining like we've been doing with orcas, you can get fleets with lasers out and do that. It's a different type of setup and infrastructure and everything, but you can get a lot more in a shorter period of time. And so if you're worried about maximizing your stuff, then you may want to do that. I do have, but you got to have all the ships, you got to have the crystals, and you need a freighter with that and everything, and it's actually quite a big setup. So yep. You also can join null mining and stuff. And null mining, it's a whole different atmosphere. There's a lot more per rock. The values can be very high, but at the same time, you have other things. You do have hostiles that can come in and take out your fleet. You wouldn't be able to do this orca method in null. If you did, you'll just get blown up. You won't make your ship back in income in enough time before you get blown up. It's funny, my second best miner, she's been consistently mining, although she's been consistently mining. She's 27 million worth now. Which is nice. If you can stay on the rock, I can get 100 million per per character, easy. I can make 18 million per hour, kind of on average, with high skills. So, which may not sound like a lot, but I have 8 accounts going, and so that adds up. So as I mentioned, there's no giveaway today. We do still have the sale on the Omega Time. If you need Omega Time, you can get it from our store and use discount code. Save yourself a couple extra bucks. Have you ever ordered Oracle? Yes. Mined with it once, and it just caused me too much anxiety that somebody was going to come in and drop in, on a ship that was 13 billion in worth. I sold it. I like this much better. 1.1 billion per ship, and in high sec. Worst that happens typically is I get bumped. I could get one of these ganked one day. I've paid them all they're all paid off at this point, so it's possible to get them blown up, but There's a lot softer targets out here. There are rats that show up out here, but especially with the oracles or the orcas, they don't hurt you. I've had them fire at me for an hour and knock my shields down to like 70%. I've never had them in high sec get my shields past 60%. Just doesn't happen. Tomorrow, we'll be doing this again. We'll have a moon tomorrow as well. I don't remember what time it is ready, but we'll be doing this again tomorrow and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we'll be doing the computer build. So, and I'll have to get that done before we have another show for Eve. I will be this evening doing more backups. And so I seriously have 20 terabytes of data on the stream machine. It's well, actually no, let me rephrase that. There's 20 terabytes of disk space set up in RAID, and it is 8 terabytes of data. And so I am backing that up. Raccoonizillo, thank you for following. Welcome. So I've been working on backing that up. That much data does not go quick. And I found out that, so I have an 8 terabyte backup, and I found that I couldn't fit everything because I have backup of an old server that literally is from like 2010, and we had all of our websites on there and everything, and all the files are this teeny tiny stuff. But given that it's an 8 terabyte drive, the block size is huge, and so a 600 megabyte backup is turned into about 1.8 terabytes because of the block size. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do about that. Any tips on having multiple monitors? Well, if you want to spread your game across multiple monitors, then it's very nice to have them the same size and same resolution and side by side. Zip files. Yes, I thought about that. I thought about zipping that up. It's, yeah. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on that yet. So I do have it backed up, but it's taking up so much space that it's taking up part of the space I need for some other stuff. So I may reback that up. I have a 2 terabyte. I have 3 2 terabyte backup drives as well, and I may just put it onto one of those. Throw it in the bin. I'll never look at it again anyway. You know what? That's actually not true. I have referred to it several times over the years. It has a lot of historical data on it that when I'm doing research, I've looked that stuff up, and some old images and everything too. So yeah, from some of my old websites and stuff, we're like, oh, you know, we could reuse that over here because they're still good. And it's those websites that have all those small little files. Some more rats. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, we've got a big mining group out here. How many do we have in fleet? 36, I think. See in here, I'm gonna get knocked off this one again. All right. Do you think there should be pirate faction destroyer-sized ships? You want an SOE destroyer? Sounds interesting. What system are we in? Well, we're in the Forge. That's the region that we're in. To find out exact locations, you got to be in fleet. And be, planning on joining us. So, and you're welcome to join us. This field here's got maybe another hour. And so, as many as we got here, hard to say. So, and even on this, like, if we don't have anything worked up after this, the, we look at stuff and go like, okay, so we've got, just kind of crap left here. Well, the fact is, if you don't have anything else worked up, that mining stuff that's low pay is better than not mining at all for no pay. So, Pidix, no, this is not. We didn't put this facility here in an asteroid belt. It's on a moon, and we actually pulled these off of a moon. So, y'all hear that side convo going on? Oh my goodness. Secret dealings. Are you serious? You're coming down for mine now? Hey, Tamara, I gotta tell you. Feeling a little frustrated by you. I'm sure you feel frustrated by us mining your stuff too. But even when we do, we don't mine the same stuff as you. We get on different rocks. And I don't control the group here, but if you're peeing in people's cornflakes, they're gonna notice, and some of them may do dumb things. I'm just saying. So, Darkest, I don't do PI. I don't like doing planetary interaction. It's just not fun for me. And but I do need some of the PI stuff for doing building fuel blocks. So I do buy some from other players. I just let the other players do it, you know? Yeah, is like dailies in other games. Yeah, it could be. Last time you were really playing, Ray, was 2014. A lot of new stuff in the game for you. enormous amount of new stuff. Hey, everything's good. Oh yeah, I see somebody mentioning faction warfare. You always do faction warfare on a different character. You don't want to do it on a main. Is it hard to learn Eve? Eve has always been hard, even from the beginning. But if you get in here and you get it figured out, it's the best game you'll ever play. So the key to that is to be in a good corp, because when you get stuck, which you will, or when you're looking for new content because you don't know what to do next, which will happen, then you can lean on your corp for that, and they'll help you out, and they'll be more than willing to help you out. The people in good corps are especially helpful, and so that'll equal like 50% of your success. So recommend getting into a good corp if you're getting into the game, and one that's new player friendly, like Airhogs. They're pretty good, and there's a link in the description in YouTube. So yeah, this station here is an Airhog station. So one of the things about this is that you know, if we get war decks or whatever, you know, somebody's attacking our stations, well, I have the full power of the hogs behind me, and I can get a fleet of however many I need out here, if necessary, to help defend. And it would take a large group to take us down. So, and we go and we show up when any of the stations need that, and we actually move corporations into the one that's war decked, and then help them fight. That's how it works.
Welcome to the Dragons.
I think I'm going to start doubling up on some of my other characters' stuff here. Right, he needs another rock. Yeah, I think we're about to start doubling up here. Once we start going for some ochre. Doesn't pay nearly as well, but leave this other guy alone. There's other rocks here. This one doesn't pay as well, but Freedom Tower, thank you for following. Welcome. All right, for those of you that joining us recently, show's not going to be as long as I'd planned today. My father's showing up this morning. He was supposed to be here in 2 weeks, and I found out he's showing up this morning. And he's coming in from Seattle. I'm in Florida, if that tells you anything. So, hadn't expected him for 2 weeks. But anyway, So we're going to be, show's going to be, finishing up here shortly. So. She is still, how long she's got? 4.5 days until she's into her Tech 2 ice drones. Everybody is Tech 2 mining. I have 1 or 2 characters that are still Tech 1 ice. Ice is especially, no skills training. Damn it. Okay, I gotta get more going on him. I gotta buy some multi-character training certs. And he does not have his... No, he does have his Tech 2 ice. This right here, 17 days. That'll give me another 10% on harvest. This will give me another 10% on harvest. 39 days. I'm in the final stages of stuff here, but he needs, he needs 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs 4 more months to finish those off, which is going to be about 4 billion ISK in the multiple character training. There's another character on there that's training at the same time. So I don't want to switch training off of that. The other one's a faction warfare character, and I got a lot of goals on that. So working on that. I think that this is becoming a popular rock here. I think it's me, myself, and I. Yep, they're all me. Grand Dragon is visiting me? I don't... Oh, you mean my father. Yeah, right. I wasn't sure what you meant there. Yeah, actually he's not visiting. He's moving in. So... Yeah, I haven't seen him since Christmas. So, I am looking forward to seeing him. So I think I'm going to end up with a 30 million average, something like that. This stuff isn't worth nearly as much. 25,000. His first load from them is only worth 25,000. What? Come on. They must have had some other stuff on them or something. Let's see what happens when they bring their next load in, because I can't believe. Oh, there's where it is. All right, never mind. So 375,000. Yeah, it's just not worth as much. Will I bring him on the show? Yeah, not today, but yeah, I'm sure he'll make some appearances on the show. Unlike my wife, she just talks. She doesn't make appearances on the show. She just talks sometimes. Yeah, 500,000. So what was it? 125,000 or something like that for one load in. Yeah, it's not a whole lot. Find another rock. Gosh, someone's even on the ochre down there now. All right. Yep, they're all getting mined now. All right, I'm gonna start going for moon goo. Oh, they're on the moon goo here too. All right, there's one that's not being mined. Want 500 million of ice at market before you Jita dump it. Sure. Yeah. Just give me a good price on it. You can contract it to Jeff. And for that, I need a little bit more fuel anyway. I want to get actually all the stations up at 90 days, and then, you know, refuel them if they're getting close to 30 days. That way, if I'm not paying attention for a couple of weeks, nothing runs out. Yeah, Jeff, Team New Beef. You'll see him in the Moon Miners group. It's the only Jeff in there. This rock's gonna be gone in no time. Just checking the price here. All right, there goes 500 million. Yeah, so I'll end up making some more fuel. I'm gonna end up, oh gosh, see, I knew this was gonna disappear soon. Now, actually, stuff is dwindling quick. We're going to start taking these guys up in. We're going to start wrapping up the show. So you guys who are in the fleet can continue on. There is still some good stuff here. I'll leave my guys who are on good stuff. But yeah, my dad said he'd be here this morning. Less than 2 hours left this morning. So it's going to be here sometime soon. So the station that's here, you can compress there. And, approaching. All right, so the station here is just a little too close, huh? How far away is it? 123. All right, so pro tip, warp to the beacon. Oh, the beacon's even closer. Well, awesome. That's not going to work.
Warp drive active.
We're just gonna head on out of system then. Yeah, we placed some of these a little too close. That's how it goes, though.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm not closer to the station. Or further away. Can he make it into the station here? Where is the station? Nope, he can't either. I did pretty good today. Don't forget to tip your station owner, the corp. This one happens to be ours, but anytime you're at someone else's, they paid something to get that stuff out there. Bouncing down the station and back, warp to the moon. Yeah. Say hi to my dad. Yeah. So he'll be here soon.
Warp drive active.
All right, folks. That's going to be it for the show. So join us tomorrow. And we're got another moon to blow up tomorrow. And we'll go and do it again. Also do some Abyss stuff tomorrow. And so that should be good.
Warp
And
drive active.
so I'm going to leave a little bit of Arcanor on the table here. I'm actually logging everything out. Let's see here. Gamma ray. You didn't ask for it, but you're fleet boss now. Do with it what you will. All right, so I'm gonna be offline for a little bit, and y'all have a good day. I will see you all in the morning, and we'll do it all again. Take care, everybody.
Docking request accepted.